Hi guys, welcome back. It's your girl Janelle Veronica back with another makeup video. The look for today is this nice pink, look at this nice subtle pink look. Let me just start by saying I think the lip combo is fire. Today, stay to the end of the video so you can see the products that I went in with to get this lip combo done. The complexion is, everything is nicely blended. Everything looks nice and flawless on the skin. I went in with some products that were new to me today, just two of them that were new to me today, and I will show you them throughout the video. So I hope you guys like how the makeup look, and if you do and you want to see how I achieve this look, just keep on watching. So I'll be with you barefaced in a second and ready to put some makeup on. Hi guys, I've already introed the video, so we're just going to jump right into the makeup. You know I like to keep my intros short, so we're going to begin with some skin prep. I start by going in with my Advanced Clinicals Collagen and Rosewater Plump and Glow Facial Mist. While that absorbs into the skin, I go in with my eye cream. This is the Beauty Formula's Restoring Eye Cream with coenzyme Q10 to smooth and refine. I know you've heard it a million times by now. If you are a frequent makeup watcher on YouTube or on TikTok or any platform, I'm sure that you've heard a million times that skin prep is so important. I'm just going to dry this down a little bit before I go in with my moisturizer. For my moisturizer, I always go in with my CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This one has SPF 30. The CeraVe moisturizer is nice and lightweight. It moisturizes the skin, it sinks in nicely, and I don't have any problems with it underneath my makeup. It just keeps the moisture in my skin, and my makeup lays very smoothly over it. But I'm going to dry that down with my fan so that it sinks in nicely to the skin before I go in with my primer. Alright, so skin is nice and moisturized. The skin looks plump and hydrated. For primer, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Power Grip primer today. Alright, I'm going to let that set and get tacky. The instructions say let it set for 30 seconds before you apply makeup. And it's getting nice and tacky. Now for foundation, today I'm going in with my Maybelline Superstay foundation. I'm going in with the shade 355. This is the Lumi Matte foundation. I'm going to blend that with my Morphe 439 foundation brush. I'm just going to stipple this into the skin. This is the first time that I'm using this Lumi Matte by Maybelline. It has been out for a little while. This is the first time that I'm using it, so I'm curious to see how the finished product today is going to look, what kind of finish I'm going to get from my makeup. And always apply foundation to your forehead. Okay, don't be part of that gang who does not apply foundation to your forehead. Always apply foundation to your forehead, please. I beg of you. You can drag it down your neck a little bit. Just gonna go over with my sponge, to pick up any excess product. All right, nice. It looks matte. It just has a slight bit of luminosity to it, but it definitely indeed does look matte on the skin. For some reason, I feel like if I have more foundation on this side, let me just fix that. Don't be afraid to go back in if you see any mistakes that you made, to make sure that your foundation application is perfect or that your makeup application is perfect. Okay, it's your face, it's your time. Take the time to make sure that it looks perfect to you. Nice. Now I'm going to contour, and I'm going to go in with my Fenty Matte Stick in Espresso. So we're going to go here. I'm going to contour my nose as well. And when you blend your cheekbones out, make sure that you push your contour upwards to lift the cheekbones and you don't drag it down. You always want to keep the cheekbones nice and lifted. I love this Fenty Matte Stick because of how easily it blends out. It blends out so easily. It's nice and creamy. Just going back in with my foundation sponge around the edges. All right, nice. The next step for me is my liquid blush. I'm gonna go in with my Palladio liquid blush. I think the shade of this is Deep Fuchsia. It's a nice pink blush. It gives like that bubblegum Barbie pink look. It's so feminine and so cute. Blends out easily. I love a blush that just blends out and does the work for you. Nice. And this brush is pretty dense. It's a Nicka K brush, but it doesn't tell me what. I think this is a Nicka K foundation or stippling brush. And it's dense, and I find it blends the blush out easy. Very, very easy. Now I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is where we go in and we conceal and brighten. So I normally start with my contour, move on to my blush, then I go in with my concealer. I'm just going to spray my face now with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques 402 brush. Starting at my chin, I'm just going to blend that concealer out. I have a new setting powder. I didn't know that LA Girl made setting powders. I am so late to the game, but we're going to try it out today for the first time, and we're going to see how we like it. When I blend the under eye, I start around the edge and blend that edge into the blush before I tackle the inner corner of the eye, the direct under eye. I blend around the edges first. Alright, I'm not done blending the under eye as yet, but I'm just going to go in with a smaller brush. This is a Nicka K concealer brush. I need something more precise for the nose. For the nose highlight, the concealer on the nose. I'm going to go in with a sponge and just do a little bit of blending under the eye. As you can see, I go back and forth between brushes and sponges. I find I get the most flawless finish and the prettiest finish when I'm going with both brushes and sponges. Just gonna go back in with that blush brush. I find product tends to build up around this part of my nose, so I normally like to go in with a brush and clean up this area. Now, this is the LA Girl Satin Powder that I told you about. It's the LA Girl Pro Satin Powder. It's a brightening loose satin powder. It color corrects, it mattifies, and it extends the wear of the makeup. The shade that I got it in is golden yellow. I love a yellow powder. I find a yellow powder looks nice on my complexion. This is what the packaging looks like. So we're going to see how this works today. All right, hope you can see, but that's the color of the powder. It's a nice yellow, like a banana-y kind of color, the typical banana powder. And I'm just going to go in on a puff today and set. So I'm going to pick up some of that powder. There's no scent to the powder, if you're worried about that. If that's something that you consider when you're getting your setting powder, there's no scent. It's looking nice. It's looking nice. It really is a brightening. This has my under eye so bright. I don't think that I'm going to have to go in with another lighter powder. I think it's very brightening, as the name says. How are we looking? What do you think? How does it look to you? I think it looks fine. It's not as finely milled as, let's say, my One Size or my Huda Beauty. But for this price range, it's a pretty good powder. I think in general, it seems to be a pretty good powder. But I'll see how my makeup looks at the end. I'm just going to set down all of the other places that I went in with that concealer. I always pop these off. These are so annoying. I'm going to do a little bit of baking. So to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with my I wanted to say Fenty powder. I don't know why I said Fenty. My Fenty Beauty Powder in the shade 450. Bronzer today is going to be the NARS Laguna in the shade Laguna 07. My favorite. My absolute favorite. I have something stuck on my cheek. This is my absolute favorite bronzer, as I was saying. Just went in with that bronzer just to set down the nose contour. So I think the complexion is looking, I'm baking, but I think the complexion is looking good. I think the Lumi Matte has my skin looking a little bit more radiant. It's like, it feels nice and lightweight on the skin. It's not like a dry, cakey matte or anything like that. It feels good. So far, so good. Alright guys, so I did my brows quickly off camera. You know, I always do them off camera to save a little bit of time. I'm sure there are a million eyebrow tutorials on YouTube, and I really don't fuss about my brows that much. I just fill them in and that's it. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Vava Bloom eyeshadow palette. It has some pretty pink shades, some nice pink shades in the palette. This is what it looks like. So we're just going to jump in. I'm just going to do a nice cute little pink look. I'm going to start by going in with this color in the bottom. It's like a nice plum, and I'm going to use that in my crease. My nose contour looks a little bit harsh, but when I blend, when I dust away the bake, I'll fix the nose contour as well. So just ignore it right now. I always bring some of that crease shade on the outer V, the outer edge of the eye as well. This brush that I'm going in with is a Morphe M434 blending brush. And as you can see, I'm going in nice circular motions. And I'm really going to blend and blow that out. Nice. So we're going to go in with a lit shade now. And there's this nice pretty pink matte shade in the palette. This one right there. And I'm going to use that on my lid, on my mobile lid. I find with matte shades on the lid, you really have to just pat them in for them to show up, and not just blend away. So I'm just patting that in, taking my time and building it up. I'm going to go back into that plum color that we used in the crease, and the dogs in the neighborhood are just going absolutely crazy. I'm just going to run some of that on the lower lash line. I'm just going to pat that bake in and take it over the nose contour as well. Ooh, the under eye is looking bright and nice. Alright, so I just put my lash glue on, and for lashes, I picked up this 3 pair of Cala. It's the I Adore lashes. It says weightless, volume, and curl, and the style is winged. They're the winged. I think these are so cute. So these are what we're going to be using today, guys. So lashes are on. I have to stick down this corner. Sometimes lashes, it doesn't matter how long you've been putting on lashes. Sometimes lashes will just humble you. But I'm going to go in with some blush now. And I'm going to go in with my Revlon powder blush in the shade Very Berry. Pinky mauve blush. I'm going to keep that high up on the cheekbone. Then I'm going to go in with my MAC Sheer Tone blush in the shade Pinch Me. And just blend that a little lower down to just ombre that blush. I want something a little less intense, closer to the cheeks, to the apples of my cheek. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury. Now to really pull the face together and give it that airbrush flawless look, I'm going to go in with a finishing powder. This is the Black Opal Soft Velvet Finishing Powder. I go in with the shade 600 Dark. And you just need a little bit of the powder. Just going to go in on a powder brush, shake the excess off. I'm just going to go back in with that lid shade. Just to re-intensify, because some of it got lost while we were applying the lashes. Now for lips, I'm going to go in with my Nicka K lip pencil. This one is in the shade Cocoa, which is a dark brown. Lipstick is the Maybelline. We're using a lot of Maybelline today. Yeah. The Maybelline Super Stay Vinyl Ink in the shade number 20, Koi. I'm going to go over the lip liner with a brown gloss. This is a Nicka K Lip Shine Lip Gloss. The color is warm brown. And then on the center of the lip, the gloss I'm going in with is a Kiss New York. This is their Glam Shine Lip Gloss in the color number 9, Orgasmic. It's like a pink with like gold reflects. And I'm going to go in with a final touch for under my eye. I'm going to go into my Maybelline Fit Me Press Powder in the shade 334 Warm Sand. I think we needed that. I think this makes the under eye look flawless. So while the LA Girl powder gave me the brightness, I find I needed this powder, this last final step that I usually go in with, to give me that airbrush flawless look. And I'm going to seal everything with the One Size Satin Spray. All right, that wasn't too bad today. Alright guys, and this is the final makeup look. I think this lip combo is fire. This lip combo today is really doing it for me. The eyes are nice and cute and pinky and girly and summery, which I love. We are blush, we are bronze. On the eye is looking flawless. Alright, so if you like the makeup, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. As I said, I've never tried the LA Girl Pro Setting Powder. I don't even know, this probably has been out for years, but I just saw it for the first time and said that I would try it. And so far, I like it. It's very brightening. It's definitely, if you want a powder that's brightening, as I said, it's not as finely milled as, let's say, the Huda Beauty, but it works. It works. It's a good powder. It's a good powder. I had no problems with it today. So I hope you guys like the makeup. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe and join the family. We are all about the makeup here on this channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for yet another video. Until next time, I want you to have a fabulous day. Be fantastic wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.